Hello fellow gamers, this is Archimedes, the video game enthusiast from Germany. In today's video I would like to talk about why we as gamers should be excited for the CPUs in the next generation consoles. I already did a video on why we should be excited for the SSDs and the GPUs. I linked those videos in the description below. But before we start, please, if you like my videos, consider hitting that like and subscribe button, it would really help my channel out. But now let's dive into why we as gamers should be incredibly excited for the CPUs in the upcoming generation of consoles. The CPUs in the current generation of consoles, the PS4 and the Xbox One, are arguably the weakest points of the machines. When the consoles launched in 2013, the CPUs were basically already outdated. And I have said it on Twitter before, basically all games we had this generation could potentially run on the generation PS3, Xbox 360 as well. Well, we would have a little bit less details and graphics, a little less resolution and so on. But in theory, all the games we have seen this generation have the potential to run on weaker hardware. And I know the fanboys are going crazy. God of War running on the PS3, impossible. No, consider less details, less frame rates, weaker animations, and there you go, the game has the potential to run on the weaker systems. And to be completely honest with you, sometimes the current generation felt a little, well, underwhelming. Don't get me wrong, we had amazing games this generation. But the jump from the Xbox 360 PS3 era to the current generation just didn't feel like a generational leap. And I know we have heard that phrase generational leap a lot in the media, but what does it mean when it comes to CPU? Well, the first thing that comes to mind when we talk about CPUs are frame rates. Let's be real, the standard in this generation was 30 frames per second. Of course we had some games running at 60, but most of the games we played this generation on consoles were 30 frames per second. And this will definitely change with the upcoming generation of consoles. 60 frames per second gameplay will be the standard in next generation games. And everyone who experienced 60 frames per second gameplay knows exactly what I'm talking about. For instance, Doom Eternal just released, and everyone who played it knows exactly what I mean. The game runs butter smooth at 60 frames per second and feels just so good. By the way, you can also check out my review of Doom Eternal, I link it in the description below. But back to frame rates. Games will just feel so amazing when they run on the next generation of consoles, and I can't wait to experience all games going forward in 60 frames per second. But besides frame rates, I expect a lot of other significant improvements coming from the CPUs in the next generation of consoles. For instance, AI. Let's face it, the AI in most video games is not that good, and the main reason for that is limitations in CPU computational power. Developers always have to make sacrifices with the limited resources they have in current generation systems. And yes, that scales also to PC. The PC is not limited as consoles are today, but since most games are multiplats, developers always have to make those sacrifices in order to be able to scale to current generation consoles, and this will change with the upcoming generation, and I can't wait to have some smarter NPCs to play against. What else can we expect? Another big thing that I expect to change with the next generation of CPUs is physics and simulation of physics. We have had some games this generation that did an amazing job when it comes to physics simulation. But again, same argument as with AI. Most developers have to make sacrifices in the way they simulate our worlds because they are limited in power and they need to be able to keep that constant and stable 30 frames per second, and for that developers make trade-offs. So next thing I expect to change in upcoming generation video games is a way better simulation of physics. And who wouldn't be excited for having a way better simulation of the worlds we play in? So, and with that I want to wrap it up. Let's summarize. With the CPUs in next generation consoles, we can expect stable 60 frames per second gameplay to be the standard. And this will make the games just feel so good when we play them. But besides frame rates, I expect the AI to improve significantly, and I can't wait to actually play against smart NPCs. And then there is the simulation aspect. Better physics, better simulation of the video game worlds we play in will lead to a significantly improved immersion, and this has me really excited for the upcoming generation of consoles. I expect the CPU to be the biggest game changer when it comes to technical specs when we head into next generation of consoles. But enough from me. What do you think? Will the CPUs in the next generation consoles change the way we play video games? Did I forget something? Is there another thing that has you excited for the CPUs in the next generation systems? Let me know in the comments of this video below, or hit me up on Twitter @Boxenberger. I'm always discussing the latest in gaming on my Twitter channel and share a lot of screenshots from the games I'm playing. And please, if you liked this video, hit that like and subscribe button, it would really help my channel out, and consider sharing this content out on social media. But for now, thank you very much for watching, I see you the next time, and game on!